All right, so basically this is gonna be the setup. I've planned to like record my actual music, I guess. Like you could see on the other videos that I uploaded that are like my songs, they're called demos. That's because I'm like, oh, I haven't, done all I want, and this is, not everything's ever gonna really be perfect exactly how I want, but this is pretty much the stuff I'm gonna use to record what I consider more like music. Like I'm gonna be able to change the audio, and layer stuff and have more than just one instrument, right? Because not everyone can be Oliver Anthony, right? So yeah, let me just get right into it. So this is my Yamaha. It's an acoustic electric Yamaha. Y'all have seen so many videos of this. All of these instruments are electric. Not all of them are acoustic electric, but all of them have electronics. And yeah, let me just like sort of get into depth of what I'm going to be using them for. The Yamaha, it's pretty simple. Y'all have seen them in like an unintentional prayer, me like breaking down how I want to use them. I'm really using them to like not really fill in space, but more like that, dun da dun da 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 dun da dun da 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 dun, and like more backdrops too, to like sort of give emphasis to the beat changes or the consistency of the beat in the background, even though that's more of what the basses would be used for and like the Gretsch. But a lot of my stuff, you're going to hear the Yamaha. Pretty much everything's going to have the Yamaha. But the Yamaha is going to be one of the more consistent and prominent sounds you're going to be hearing consistently above like everything else. Sort of like a lot of other things are going to be layering behind it, but the Yamaha is going to be like the thing that's really like up there. And then the Gretsch over here, like I said, I'm going to be using it to like have backdrops and stuff. But also like Bloody Bed is going to have more of the Gretsch as its epicenter. Same with like The Woman, Why Be On His Side. Some of the songs are going to have the Gretsch and Yamaha be played at the same time to sort of give you that real big oomph, because they have, like, they're all guitars, but they all have different sounds, especially like these three. This is more of like, you could think of like a campfire sound. This is more of like I'd say like a blues sort of grunge sound, and that's just straight up a blues sound, right? So they all have their specific uses, and I'd say like the Gretsch, you could tell sort of like when I was describing it in An Unintentional Prayer, like more like the bounce on the beat, like, okay, like save, may, and break all my pain way, right? Like sort of the dun, 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 dun. Like that's what the Gretsch is going to be used for like the songs that are really like strumming quick, like Poison, like An Unintentional Prayer, like Fighting. That's more of like what the Gretsch is going to be used for, where you don't hear it a lot. The more stuff that it's going to be emphasizing on is more of like the stuff that's a lot more plucking. I don't mean like an obituary. I mean like Why Be On His Side, Bloody Bed, The Woman. Like that stuff is going to be more of what the Gretsch is going to be like more emphasized on. The Recording King is sort of an interesting, I guess you could say, sidekick in it. It's a very particular isolated sound that I plan on using for like just specifying just, oh, we got a beat change, or an extra little just sound where it's going to be sort of backing up the Yamaha, but it's not going to be as prominent. But sometimes it will be brought out more prominent when like when I feel like there got to be a beat change, or if I feel like there's got to be another, sound, another idea, if you sort of get what I mean. And really just, that's more of like I'm going to be working through this. Like I'm sort of describing what I'm going to be using them as, but who knows, maybe I'll record stuff and I'll be like, actually, I like this more. I might like the Recording King more specifically for stuff versus like the Gretsch. I might do like plucking for the Gretsch, and I might be doing like strumming with the Recording King and not really be using the Yamaha, because these two are more like blues anyways. Then we got an Ibanez. I actually haven't shown y'all this guitar yet. I believe it is flat round, which just basically means it's not feeling like sandpaper when you go up and down, versus you can sort of hear that, right? which is really cool. But it's also, as you can notice, an electric, right? And a 4-string bass and like smaller. So this is gonna have more of a deep sound, but it's also more guttural, and the electronics on it aren't the best. So this is more gonna be like, I call it garage music, but more like distortion, not the best sounding, or not the cleanest sounding. Well, that's gonna be a lot cleaner of a sound, which I'm gonna be using both, but I'm gonna be using this for more like, so that's gonna be more like back sound. That's gonna be more emphasized. And I might be doing like higher notes with that, lower notes with that, or a lot of what I'm gonna be doing with this stuff, like you hear, is I'm gonna be layering it. So I might be doing the same chords and the same notes, but this is gonna be more emphasized, and that's gonna be a backdrop, and it's gonna make a completely new, different type of sound. This is my orange bass amp. Pretty self-explanatory. It's got different settings and stuff, but really I'm just gonna be hooking up the basses to this. So I could also change the treble and the sound, not just with like the knobs on them, but like actually with those knobs too. And I could put pedals through that. I could put pedal through these too, technically, but I'll put pedal through that easier. This is just my Yamaha portable grand piano. I know that's an oxymoron, portable and grand piano, but it is portable grand piano right there. And basically I'm just going to be playing, like, you could set up different things like drum and guitar sounds, but really I'm just going to be doing like piano sounds with that. Now over here to more technical side, I got my studio headphones that I'm going to be using, right? And actually these headphones, if you can see right there, got a big opening output for it, and that's what I'm going to be putting these through, so I can hook these up to the guitar if I want to, stuff like that. Then we got a microphone right here, right, that I can also hook up into the amp, or I can hook up into this. I'll explain what that is in a moment. But this is like really cheap, so it's gonna have more of a distortion on my voice, more of just like a natural effect on my voice because it's cheap. This is just a recorder. It's not electric or anything, but I'm just gonna record it into microphones, into certain things, and get certain sounds if I want to. This is more of just, you know, again, a Yamaha recorder. More of just, those two are more of like just openings, opportunities for what I might want to add to a sound if I'm like, oh, let me find a sound. But most likely I'm not going to be using those a lot. This is the Akai Professional. Basically, you can think of it like a beats table. I'm going to hook it up to my computer. This is my computer where I'm going to be like editing a bunch of the music. I'm going to be adding beats and drums and layering my vocals, layering my instruments, adding pitch, adding distortion if I feel like it, right? Which is all capable thanks to this DJ Producer, which is like what it's actually called. I think it's stuck. Yeah, DJ Producer Audio Labs, right? So I'm going to be using that, which is part of Linkus. And I'm going to be using that to like basically just mix and master pretty much. And this will definitely be helping with that. Mix, master, add beats, add drums, stuff like that. This is the most important thing. This is what I've been spending a long time trying to find. This is a Tube MP. Basically, if you can look right here, it's got an image of a microphone, but I'm not going to really be using it for a microphone. You got an output right here that you hook up to the guitar, right? You got an output right here that you hook up to the guitar, and through that hookup, you can hook it up into the computer, and you can record the guitar into this, and then it will come out onto the computer, and then I can edit it on my computer. That's the whole thing. This is another recorder, not like that, but more like a mic, that I'm gonna be recording more raw vocals into. Like I said, add another layer of just sound, another layer of my vocals. And then this is my better microphone, which is just basically, if I can get it out right here. Basically, I just got this microphone. It's got a back or front, all that. It's more like supposed to be used for like podcast, I guess. But I'm going to be using it to record my vocals, to record these if I want to, and just basically get my vocal sounds into the computer, right? Because I can record these into the computer through this part right here with the microphone, and I could do the same with that, and same with that. Well, that would have to go through the tube, but don't worry about that. And I'm just basically gonna get, a cleaner sound with this, a dirtier sound with this, a more raw sound with this, and I can layer my vocals with these, along with doing different pitches with my voice and hitting different notes, and just sort of like get I wouldn't say a distortion, but a more layered, fuller sound with my vocals. That's at least the plan, but we'll see what goes through. And then I have these. I have 2 of these that I plan on putting on a box to sort of just do a surround sound, isolating with like the actual recording sounds here. I just got to like put these 2 basically in a box and then just put the sound so I can isolate it, because I don't really have connection to a good studio right now. But yeah, that's like all my plans. I know I was sort of like, I know the camera isn't the most seen. I'm like, when I explain things, I don't really like look through the camera. I got to really work on that. You can tell with my videos, I'm not used to like holding the camera and recording stuff. But yeah, that's basically what my plans are. Now plans change, God's plans don't always work towards the way I want to, but plans change. And when I record the stuff, I'm obviously going to be using these headphones a lot to like listen through, see what I like, see what I don't like. I don't know, maybe I'll just all of a sudden have a bout of inspiration on, oh, I don't want it to sound like this. I actually want more of the Dean, less of the Ibanez, more of the Recording King, less the Yamaha, or more of the Recording King, less of the Gretsch, or just all of a sudden be like, nah, I'm just going to focus fully on that. Probably not, but maybe. And just, things change, but I'm going to be working on the Bed album, mostly. There's a couple songs that I'm going to add, like Follow Through, stuff like that, right? Follow Through, Lies Like Venom. And I just got to work a little bit more on those to add some more instruments. All of the songs that I have, I got to add instrumentals to. I'd say the quickest 3 that I could put out right now, like just record, sit down, just really go at it, would be Why Be On His Side, My Care and Respect, and like An Unintentional Prayer, right? And maybe Poison, maybe not. But I'm really just going to be focusing on those. And hopefully in the next coming weeks or months, I'll be at least able to upload one song of what I consider like legit good music, like no background sounds, just all, mixed, mastered to what my vision mostly would want. Not going to be perfect, but hey. And tell me what y'all thought. I know I'm definitely sporadic everywhere, definitely not the most quality video, but like tell me what y'all's opinions are on, like, okay, I got the Dean's sort of garage sound, Ibanez more isolated, cleaner, Recording King more of like a 1940s 1930s blues, a Gretsch more of like a 1960s 70s, maybe a rock and roll, Yamaha more like campfire. I got this Yamaha, which I might use. I got the Kai Professional that I will definitely be using. I got these 3 types of ways to record my vocals. And then obviously I got the Tube MP that I'm going to be putting the guitar and that one through to get into my computer to use the DJ audio to sort of just get the right music sound that I want. But yeah, tell me what y'all thought. I'm hoping, very much gonna try my best, pray about it to get the music out as soon as possible to you guys so you guys can listen to it, give feedback. Feedback really does help me understand, okay, this is more useful, this is less useful. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm gonna be taking your criticism and 100% being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change this. If I really like it, I'm not gonna change it. But just share y'all's opinions and y'all's thoughts in the comments. Just honestly, if y'all like this video, like it. If y'all disliked it, dislike it. But if you dislike it, explain to me why y'all disliked it in the comments. All right, see you. Bye.